Thanks for tuning into Dirty Teeth and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to chronicle my bikepacking adventure on the Colorado Trail. If you watched the video I made last year, you know I had a pretty tough time out there, and all I've got to say is what a difference a year makes. For 2024, I chose to do an independent time trial, riding from Durango to Denver, while the Grand Apart was heading in the opposite direction. This allowed me to have some wonderful interactions with many of the racers, as well as random folks touring the route. These brief encounters and hearing personal stories and trials and triumphs were definitely some of the highlights of my trip. If you're new to this channel and this video doesn't bore you to death, I put a link in the description to my whole CT playlist if you're interested. Otherwise, here we go. The manager at the Econo Lodge was very nice, and he allowed me to build my bike in the lobby while I was waiting for my room to become available. He also let me break down my cardboard box and put it in their large bin in the alley. Once I checked into the room, I did some final prep. I walked down to the Circle K for some last-minute food items and grabbed a tasty sandwich from Tom's Deli, which I brought back to the room and ate while watching some of the closing ceremonies for the Olympics. The Grand Apart for the 2024 CTR began on Sunday at 4 a.m. in Denver. Because I wanted to be home for my daughter's violin recital, I planned to start exactly one day later on Monday at 4 a.m. And up until this point, while I was relaxing in the motel, my plan was always to get to bed nice and early and have one nice long sleep before starting my ITT at 4 a.m. the next morning. But for some reason, I decided to change it all up at the last minute. I was packed and the bike was dialed and I was feeling really good about everything. I called my wife and I let her know about my new brilliant plan. And she lovingly listened, but also tried to knock some sense into me. But my mind was pretty much made up, and although in hindsight it wasn't the wisest move, it is what it is. Instead of sleeping at the motel, I decided to start riding. All right, I got handsy pants in the hotel room. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I just decided to hit the trail early. And I'm just gonna start cruising this thing. Hopefully beat a little of the weather. Let's see where we go. I figured if I got on the trail around 5:30 p.m., I could pedal at a chill pace for a few hours and treat it as kind of a prelude or a prologue, I guess. Ease into the altitude and elevation gain, catch a nice sunset, and slumber under the stars before getting too high up. I don't know, to me it sounds reasonable, right? I knew I wouldn't be starting as fresh as I would by staying in the motel, and it would add a bunch of hours to my official finish time, but that didn't bother me in the least. Okay, first mini milestone. This is Goody's Rest, but it's been nothing but climbing to get here, so this is a great warm-up. Sunset, first night, started about 5:30, it's about 8:30 now. I don't know, I've climbed probably about 2,600 feet, taking it nice and slow. I'm definitely feeling the altitude, but so far, drinking a lot, eating a lot, keeping my heart rate low, not letting myself pin it. I'll ride for a couple more hours till I get tired, and then I'll just bivvy nice and easy tonight. Hopefully at a reasonable altitude. I'm gonna stop before I climb too high. But just feel like a successful first ride, just getting the legs spun and used to this, and then I'll get into it for real tomorrow, I think. But it feels nice just to get a little of the anxiety and the butterflies out and just start pedaling. All right, talk soon. All right, in the bivvy, waiting out a rainstorm. It just started dumping like crazy. Lightning looks like it's about 4 miles out. Hopefully it doesn't get any closer. The next thing I knew, I was getting pounded by a torrential thunderstorm. It was super loud and I was wired and I could not sleep at all. All I could do was just lie there and think about the nice warm hotel room that I happily left behind. When I got out of the bivvy, it was freezing and still pouring rain. My ultralight dry bag was wet, and when I compressed my sleep kit back into it, it ripped pretty bad, and honestly, I was kind of nervous to continue. Every tough ride like this definitely reaches some tipping points, but I'd never encountered them so early on in a race. Anyway, I vividly remember being in that decisive moment, shivering in the dark, weighing my options. I still had my room key in my pocket, and let me tell you, it was a legit mental battle. I actually had my bike aimed downhill on the single track back towards Durango for a moment, and I almost jumped on it. Then I remember just lifting it up and pointing it back upwards towards the lion's den that awaited me ahead. I hiked a few steps, consciously forced myself to smile, and that was that. The choice was made. I made my way to Kennebec Pass in the dark, and shortly thereafter, the rain started letting up. Sunrise by the little stream near Taylor Lake. Still cloudy, but at least the rain stopped for the time being. That was a tough haul. That storm in the bivvy, my bag got wet through the bivvy, and then my dry bag ripped. So yeah, hopefully when the sun comes out, I'm gonna do some self-care. But right now I just have to keep moving to keep from shivering. All right, that's what I signed up for. I'm somewhere between Indian Trail Ridge and Black Hawk Pass. My bivvy is a pretty dang good bivvy, but yeah, I started hyperventilating because I sealed it up to keep the water out. And I had to open a little hole, just put my mouth through just so I could get fresh air in there. And then I kind of half fell asleep while I was doing that. And water crept inside, and then all the condensation with the so everything was soaked. I'm trying to get to Silverton tonight, but just in case I don't make it there to get a hotel room, I can't afford to not have my stuff dry just in case I need to bivvy again. So that's the update. Life is good. Smiles for miles. After I filmed this clip, I duct taped the tear on the inside and outside of my dry bag. It wasn't pretty, but it did hold up for the rest of the race. Then I tried eating a handful of cashews and a fruit leather, and I promptly threw everything up. This was my first sign of altitude sickness, and I was super frustrated. I'd been totally sticking to my plan. I'd kept my heart rate average in the low 130s. I was going nice and slow, riding super conservatively, taking lots of breaks and sipping lots of water. My energy level definitely wasn't ideal, but it was nowhere near as bad as last year. The only real food my stomach didn't reject were Nutella wafer cookies, so I ate as many of those as I could and kept moving forward. All right, one more mini milestone. Black Hawk Pass, done and dusted. I came from down there to here, and now I'm heading down there and then all the way that way into those clouds, into those stormy storms. By the time I hit Cascade Creek, I was forcing baby sips of water and an SIS gel every hour or two. But honestly, I didn't care. Regardless of that, I was having a blast and feeling pretty strong considering. Some storms hit me again around Rolling Mountain Pass, but the skies cleared up as I hit Molas Lake just before dark. Before I knew it, I was going over 30 miles an hour in an arrow tuck on the blazing fast pavement descent into Silverton around 9 p.m. Landing in Silverton was a great opportunity for some quality sleep and recovery, and hopefully a chance to continue becoming more acclimated. I wound up staying at the super cool Alma House, which was an unforgettable experience of its own. It's this old Victorian building, and everything remains pretty much identical to when it opened for business as a miners' hotel in 1902. When I arrived, Matt, one of the owners, promptly checked me in. I took a quick shower that night in the vintage clawfoot tub, and then I slept hard for a glorious 8 hours. Sure, that might seem like a heck of a lot of downtime, but I was playing the long game, and I think it paid off. I woke up to the verse of the day in my phone, which was Proverbs 16, and it really spoke to me. I prayed for a little bit. I was feeling revitalized, so I made my way down to breakfast, where Matt's dog Mocha greeted me, and I was presented with exactly what my body needed. A glass of OJ, scrambled eggs, some sausage, and a waffle with butter and syrup. I was seriously on cloud nine. But it was time to get a move on, so I took off for the grocery store to grab a few provisions. Is there a tap or?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Bink.
Was that you riding into town about 9 o'clock last night?
That was. I still had plenty of food, but I picked up some chocolate milk, Coke, gummy worms, peanut butter cups, and a Luna bar. I kept the same MO from the previous day. Just ride conservatively, keep the heart rate low, and remember my overall goal that I stated in my last video. My focus is purely on finishing, maximizing the fun, and minimizing the misery. And if I do it without being slow as molasses, well, hey, that would be a nice cherry on top. Heading up Stony Pass. Looking gorgeous for now, but 90% chance of thunderstorms up at the top and along the Coney Cataract exposed segment. Gotta get going. What's up, Byron?
What's up? Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Will do.
All right.
Laters, brother.
See ya.
All right, that's Byron giving me some love. Heading up Stony Pass. All beautiful right now. So that was Stony Pass, where I just took that picture by the sign. And now I'm getting back on the Colorado Trail. It is just mind-blowingly beautiful around every turn. I'm gonna just keep taking videos while I can, while it's not storming on me. I don't have a GoPro on this trip, so I'll just go slow one-handed for a little bit. You gotta just get a sense of this single dingle. It is amazing. Are you kidding me? Almost to the high point of the whole route. Quick picture. My phone isn't waterproof, so almost to the sign. It's been raining really hard for the last couple hours. It's been super windy, but I made it! There's the high point. Woohoo! Last time I was here was a bluebird super sunny day. Okay, I made it to another milestone on the route. This is something I've been looking forward to. Very different. I've been hearing thunder cracking over my head for the last hour. I have not seen any lightning, but that's just because my head's been down pushing the bike up. I guess that's a good thing. Maybe ignorance is bliss. Any oozy poozy, on to the next. I'm not getting caught up here any longer than I need to. I just got to Cathedral Ranch Cabins. The last few hours were horrendous in terms of weather. Right when I got to the top of Slumgolian Pass, whoosh, the sprinklers turned on, just started dumping, and it was freezing cold. It's like 11.6 elevation there. And then you start this bombing fast ascent on a gravel road. and it was cold. I wasn't totally prepped for it. I was like, woohoo, I'm almost to the cabins. But yeah, that was a beatdown. So yeah, I've got to do some self-care, cooking some ramen. I'm gonna do ramen with some tuna. Then I also got a ice cream bar, a couple string cheeses for appetizer. That's what we're doing. What's going on?
Hey.
Where are we?
A Cathedral Ranch cabin.
What are we doing here?
We're filling up to get going on the trail.
That's right. Woo! I stink so bad.
It's
She's just
awful.
not even. She's not even telling you, but I stink.
I'm gonna take a picture of you while you're taking a picture of me.
I'm taking a picture of you, taking a picture of me, taking a picture of you. Got my homie Jesse, up country. What's up?
We're here.
Where are we?
Cathedral.
Yeah, we're right above Cathedral Cabins. I just
Day
left.
3 for me.
God, day 3 and you're already here. God, you're jamming.
Why am I here?
All right, well, I don't want to slow you down anymore. Go catch some of those guys.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna be napping in a ditch. You're gonna pass them.
Let's hope.
All right, brother, be good. What a difference a day makes. Getting close to the top of Los Pinos Pass. Clear skies. Gotta love it. Woo! What a way to start the day. What's going on? What's your name?
Matt.
Matt?
Yeah.
Let me guess, your last name's Annabelle.
It is.
What's up, dude? My name's Alan.
Oh, dirty teeth.
Yeah, dude, is it okay that I'm filming you?
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, man, how's your ride going?
Good. Yeah. I'm like, I was just getting drowsy, but I've been feeling good. But the roads on a single speed is boring.
Oh, you're on your single dingle?
Yeah.
Dude, you are crushing it.
How are you? Are you ITTing, right?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. I just want to ask you one thing before you jam.
Yeah.
Roses and thorns. What's highlight, low light? Go.
Oh man, highlight was like going over Searle and Kokomo the other day. Like I thought I was racing the weather. It was like building up, and then nothing happened. Like everybody got over it that day. Nobody had a problem. So that was like really cool. And then thorns, man, the Monarch Crest yesterday was brutal. I got rained on all the way up Fooses. It was cold, windy rain up top. And, just kind of brutal.
Yeah! You guys doing it! Rock on!
We're not racing though. We're touring.
That's all right. Yeah. How's everything? Good?
Good.
Awesome.
I'm Sam.
Sam.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you guys.
What you doing? You going north?
I'm going northbound. My name's Alan. And I'm just loving passing by all the people going the other way and saying hey. Well, yeah, I don't want to hold you up too much. I'm sorry to stop you in the middle of a climb, but Bryson, raise your hand. There we go. And Sam, my 2 brothers from another mother. Woo! All right, dude. Roses and thorns. Highlight, low light. What you got?
Ooh, highlight, low light. Didn't poop for like the first 2 days.
Is that a low light or a highlight?
Low light. The first poop though is maybe the highlight.
Safe travels, brother. Yeah. Be good. Making the way up to Sergeant's Mesa. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It's a lot of hike-a-bike on this shaly, chundery stuff, but it sure is awesome up here. The views are great, and I'm just loving it. Living life, enjoying it. Greg, roses and thorns. Highlight, low light.
Highlight was actually this morning getting at the top of Fooses. That was pretty. It was really beautiful.
The Monarch Crest right there.
Monarch Crest, yeah.
Sick, right?
Super
So beautiful.
Payoff after getting dumped on last night. I crashed the first night, stupidly, bam, right on my face.
Oh.
Broke my cycling glasses. I got these cool gas station glasses now.
Whoa, those are pretty steezy.
But yeah, I thought my life was over.
Oh,
It
thank
was
goodness
like
you're
silly
okay.
crash. Yeah.
Thank goodness you're okay. And what is your goal, or one of your main goals for the rest of the ride?
Survive. Get some grub at Cathedral Cabin. Get something in Silverton, and just. I know that finish. I've done it before. I can't wait to descend it. That's gonna be.
I feel you.
Super awesome.
All right, Greg, be safe.
All right. Thank you.
Laters, homie. I'm at Marshall Pass Trailhead. I pushed from Cathedral Ranch Cabins to here yesterday. That was about 80 miles and 15,000 feet of climbing, including some of the most ridiculous hike-a-bike, if you know, you know. After Tank 7 Creek up to here, there's like a mile of just chonk. I don't even consider it a trail. Anyway, we're here. Larkspur Ditch, a nice fresh water source. I will snooze for a few, and then I will get up and make my way to the top of Monarch Crest, where we start the Foose's descent. All right, guys and gals. It's been, oh, and by the way, I bumped into so many cool people, friends old and new. I must have stopped and chatted with at least 15 or 20 people from the Grand Depart yesterday, all making their way to Durango, everybody with their own story. It's just so cool, the camaraderie and the community we have in this little bikepacking gang of ours. And everybody, no matter the way at the front, or as we're getting to see some of the more mid-packers like myself, everyone's going through the same thing. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you are. We're all doing this thing, just so you know. All right, I'm Delirious. Peace.
We're at nearly the top of Foose's Creek Trail.
This is that new piece?
The new trail, yeah, new piece.
What do you think of it?
It's nice. It's smooth. It's rideable.
If you could pick one highlight, one low light of the ride so far, what you got?
Oh, the low light was definitely the Terriel detour, that gravel section in the highway that just sucked everybody. About mile 90 or so, it was pretty rough. The high point, gosh, probably today, right now.
I'm with you, brother.
Yeah.
Super stoked to share with you.
All right.
All right, Greg. This is my main man, Nate.
We're living the good life on Foose's.
Yee! Tom and Garrett, where are we right now?
Foose's, baby.
Foose's.
CTR.
Roses and Thorn. Give me one highlight, one low light so far.
Oh, my rose was hiking up 10 Mile with a group of guys at like 10 o'clock at night. That was pretty epic.
Yeah, sunrise, 10 Mile, awesome.
Yeah.
And then my thorn was coming up, blasting out Kokomo, blew out my tire, but I was able to recover, so plugged it.
Still smiles for miles.
Yeah, baby.
All right, guys, be safe and go get some. I'm sitting here at the bottom of Foose's, and I don't think I've ever smelt, socks this nasty. Good thing I've got freshies. Oh my goodness, you don't even understand how good these fresh socks feel. Woo, it's the little things. It's the little things. Yeah, what's your name?
Eric.
Where are you from, Eric?
Eric, I'm from Wisconsin.
How is it riding in that uniform?
It's actually, I think, one of my secrets is you open up the front and then all the wind just comes in and goes down, out your legs, out your arms. And so I really look forward to those downhills. Out here to have fun, have an experience.
Well, have a great ride.
Woo!
Highlight is all this single track out here. It's so fun, especially through these Aspen. Low point would be probably dragging my bike up Georgia Pass, and that was tough.
Well, enjoy the rest of your journey.
You too.
Safe travels, brother. Kabuki! Hey, Chrissy, what's a rose and a thorn from your trip so far? A highlight and a low light.
Okay, low light was definitely going up 10 Mile. That's challenging without a loaded bike. But then, I don't know, that first day was pretty magical. Going up Kenosha Pass was awesome. I feel like, I don't know, I've definitely been having fun.
Well, best of luck on the rest of your adventure.
You too.
I'm in Buena Vista, Colorado. I decided to take a hotel room last night. I only rode about 64 miles, something like that, and my body just wasn't feeling it. I had a really poor sleep up at altitude at Marshall Pass. I said I was gonna lie down in the bivvy for 4 hours. Only slept about an hour and a half and was just real restless. My body was just really fatigued. I couldn't make any power. Couldn't get my heart rate up. Just knew that I needed rest. So took a hotel room, got a great night's sleep, slept about 5 solid hours. It's about 2:30 right now. I want to get out of here by 3. First goal, Leadville for breakfast. Then we'll see where the day takes us. Dinner last night was at Crave BV. Oh my goodness. Had a caprese plate, barbecue chicken pizza, endless refills on the Coke. Oh, felt so good. Then I went to Family Dollar, got some little resupply items, drinking lemonade, water, combo mixes to just replenish myself as best I can. Buena Vista is really important to me because last year this is where I scratched.
Alan! Man, how you doing, buddy?
Been better. So from here on out, this is like a whole new race to me. I'm super excited to knock out this next 250 miles and put the Colorado Trail Race to bed. Leaving Buena Vista. Nothing going on here. Ooh, my fingers are cold. It's that time of the morning. It's 6 a.m. Sun's coming up. I believe this is Twin Lakes behind me. It's too cold for me to look. Yeah, because I've passed Clear Creek, something. Anyway, just figured I'd check in. This section has just been super fast and some good single track mixed into the detours. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Breckie in Leadville in a few hours. See you soon. Cool, thank you. One more milestone to check off. Woo, Kokomo. Go here and then a wiggle and jiggle all through here and then that notch is Searle. There's wildflowers going off. And I will be going way down valley to the Copper Resort. And up there on the other side, right over here, I think that's 10 Mile, which I'll be doing next. Initially, I was going to quickly grab some resupply at Copper Mountain Ski Area and then go up and over the infamous 10-mile climb that night, which would have been at least another 4 hours with a lot of hike-a-bike. I was feeling okay, but I'm pretty sure it would have torched me for the next day. I'd already clocked a solid 85 miles and over 10K climbing for the day, and once you start up 10 Mile, you've got to be committed because you're not bivvying until you get to the Breckenridge side. So I decided not to push it. Instead, I ate a nice chicken parm sandwich and Caesar salad at Sawmill. Then I resupplied at McCoy's Market and got a room at the Cambria Hotel, which by the way was much nicer and surprisingly much cheaper than the dive motel I had the night before in Buena Vista. Go figure. And yes, if you're counting, that makes 4 nights I got legitimate lodging on this trip. Anyway, around this time, although I was still having a blast, the finish line started tugging at me and altitude sickness was no longer an issue or fear, so I started riding harder with less dilly-dallying and less time stopping to film and chat. I was still traveling with my roaring style, but the racing side started taking the reins from the touring side.
This has been a pretty brutal morning, to be quite honest. I got up around 2 or so to start doing the dawn patrol over 10 Mile, about a 3,000 foot, mainly push-a-bike. Now I'm taking a little break, looking back at the sun as it hits the Breckenridge ski area, and you can kind of see roughly where I came up and over. But anyway, to the victors go the spoils. I'm treating myself to a breakfast of a bottle of milk and some Pop-Tarts. What could be better? Let's go! I'm just riding by, getting ready to start heading towards Georgia Pass, and I see some Trail Magic coolers, and they've got my name on them. I have no clue who put these here. Whoever did this, dude, I'm about to cry. You already caught me on an emotional morning just coming over 10 Mile. This might just be the best La Croix I've ever had in my life. Dude, it's like 6 a.m. and nothing tastes better. Thank you, John. I'm gonna find out who you are.
Otherwise, I can get you some more.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That wound up being my biggest day in the saddle for the whole trip. 105 miles with 12,700 feet of climbing and almost 18 hours of moving time. It included the 10-mile climb, Gold Hill, Georgia Pass, Kenosha Pass, and a nice break for pizza at the stage stop. I also had some sweet full moon night riding to my bivvy spot by Goose Creek Campground. And it set me up for an easy final leg.
Wellington Dam. Sunrise, baby. Last day. Let's make it a good one. Man, this part of the trail heading down to the South Platte really feels like you're in Sonoran, Arizona, huh? Totally could be in a Sonoran desert right now. This landscape. It's crazy how much it's changed so much from the southern part of the route.
Yeah! Woohoo! Made it to the final piece of the puzzle. Just went down and up the South Platte River, Lenny's Rest, all that stuff. Now it just turns into a fire road in Waterton Canyon. Whoosh, downhill cruising all the way to the finish line. Let's get this. Woohoo! Wow, someone's filming me, I'm filming you. What is this?
What is that?
I don't know, but I think I'm Dunskies.
Yeah? Oh my God.
Is this it? Is this it? I'm done. I'm done. Put a fork in me. I'm cooked.
Hot day today too.
Oh, that's it. Before my phone dies. That's the one. It's done, it's done, it's done. According to the data captured by my Garmin, I rode a total of 544.67 miles and climbed 74,996 feet. I uploaded everything to Strava and the links are below. My finishing time, including the prologue, was 6 days, 20 hours, and 15 minutes. I arrived in one piece and I could not have asked for a better adventure. I want to thank every person I met and shared time with out on the trail, and especially Chip for coming all the way from Fort Collins to give me an ice-cold glass-bottled Coke and join me for the last 12 miles. Also Donald for sharing sandwiches and good vibes with me at the finish line. And just like that, this adventure is over. Or is it? That's a cool bike you got there.
Thanks, it sure is fun.
And now the adventure's really over, so thanks for hanging out until the end, and until next time, ride bikes, give back, pay it forward. Thanks so much for squeezing dirty teeth into your busy schedule. Please help us reach more people and ensure you receive new videos by giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell. Until next time, ride bikes, give back, pay it forward.